In my Father's house are many rooms, and if it were not so, I would have told you. I'm going there to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I'll come back and I'll take you with me, that you also may be where I am. You know the way to the place where I'm going. And Mom she was here on this earth with us. She was a seasoned traveler, and she had a really good sense of direction. And it's a good thing she did, because she did so much traveling on her own. And I was always amazed that she could strike out on these trips that she would take, and that she'd always find her way to where she was going. There was many nights when I can remember Dad would stay up late, and he'd wait for that call to know that she had found her destination safely. But if Dad were to be involved in the trip, you could bet that there would be a triptych involved. The other day we were going through some documents there at the house, and we were looking for some papers that we needed, and we were giggling over how many triptychs that we had come across. And if you're not familiar with the triptych, that's those little packets that you could go to AAA and get, and it would give you all the maps that you needed to get to your destination and what roads were safe to travel. And we thought that was kind of comical that they had those triptychs, and I think it's at that point that we decided that they truly did save everything. But what an honor it's been to witness Mom and Dad navigate this life together. And while they weren't perfect, they knew that there was a triptych that they could follow, and it was this right here that they could take, and it would guide them to whatever place they were going, and that was this place that God is speaking of, that He has prepared for them. And they relied on this triptych, this book, and they grounded us in this teaching of this book, and I'm so thankful for that. And I just want us to know that today we can find comfort in knowing that because they followed this book and this triptych, that today they found peace. Again, they've been united together again, and they're enjoying their time together in this place that God has prepared for them. And that's really all I have. So if there's anybody that would like to share something, we can do it casually, just right where you're from. We'll give you a few minutes to do that. If not, then we'll just close in prayer. I know it's not a fun thing to do, but just want to give you that opportunity if you like.
As one of her nieces, Aunt Sandy's always going to hold a very special place in my heart. Going to her house, my brother and sister and I were talking about this past weekend. I've shared with my dad, going up to her house for family gatherings were awesome, and my sister and I were talking, it's like she had a way of making you feel seen without pointing you out or making you embarrassing you. She saw the little things, whether that was your Easter egg and the effort that you put. My sister remembers the crutches, and my cousins will remember that, the boo-boo egg with the crutches, and what other family has a piñata at Easter than ours? But we did. And my sister and I talked at great length that there were 2 weeks that we got to spend, and I've shared this with my cousins, but there were 2 weeks that we got to spend with Aunt Sandy, and there was such a calmness and such a peace at the house that it really did impact us, because it was a hard time for our family, but she stepped in and supported my dad and my mom and us as kids, and I think it made a difference. So I'm very grateful for the family connections that we have and the memories that her house held for us.
can say that we appreciate all of her cooking. We attempted to recreate a Halloween meal last night. Completely failed on the apple cake. But we were successful on strawberry pie and her chili and pigs in a blanket. So, you know, that was a big sacrifice. It took 4 of us to put that together, and she did it all by herself all the time and cleaned up and everything.
If somebody
So
figures out how to make that apple cake.
we decided we don't have the right recipe. So.
We need to get that done.
Apple cakes yesterday, trying to figure out if I can figure out the right recipe.
Yeah.
With all the triptychs, do you girls know where the strawberry cookie recipe is?
We do know.
Well, make sure and all that, we know where that's at.
We heard a story about their strawberry cookies.
Oh, that means, I'll make sure we know where that's at.
Yeah, we got it.
Strawberry cake.
All right, well, we appreciate again that you've all come to be with us here, and let's close in a word of prayer if there's no one else. Father God, we just thank you for this day, Lord, and thank you for this time that we can be together, Lord, and we just are so grateful for the life that you've given our mom, and just thankful for the time that we had with her here and the memories that we can make. God, we just are grateful for the love and the support that we've gotten from the friends and the family, and I was just thinking this morning that this world just seems like such a bigger place. We're going to rely on you, God, to guide us through this time that we are still here, and just pray that you would point us in the direction that you would have us to go, Lord. Be with us as we depart, Lord, and just be with each one and bless each one in a special way, and give everybody safe travel and mercies back home. And we just give you all the praise and the glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude, I always like to ask everybody's permission before I do. Can I have everybody's permission to conclude with Sandy's service here today? Is everybody comfortable with us concluding Sandy's service here today? Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude our service here today at Florida National. Please feel free to come up and pay respects to her before you head back to your cars. But I just want to say it is an absolute honor and a privilege to be here to help you with her service here today. And I just want to thank all of you for letting us all be a part of her service here today and letting us honor her with you. It is such a privilege. So thank you so much. And we are so sorry for your loss again. I hope you all travel safely back home. Thank you.
Thank you.
And stay warm. It's a little chilly out today.
No, it feels good.